Hi everyone. Okay, this pile for what I need to add to this cabinet is actually way bigger than I thought. So wish me luck. Let's see if we can fit it all in. Today we're going over all the items that we're going to be using for the 2026 to 2027 school year for my daughter and my son. My daughter is starting kindergarten and that is just wild to me. And now I guess I am a homeschool mom because we are homeschooling for kindergarten. And to me that just feels more like real than homeschooling for preschool. I don't know why. So we are doing kindergarten with her, but first grade math. And then my son is 3, so some preschool with him. Most of the stuff with him that you'll see are just gonna really be like the family style subjects that we're doing, which I'm really excited about. And, you know, just working with him on like his letters. Definitely does not have letter recognition, letter sounds, and even number recognition. So we're working on that stuff with him. He's only 3, like I know it takes time, but those are the big focuses for him. But let's dive into all of the things that we are going to be doing and using this year for homeschool. Let's start off with some preschool stuff. So we're going to be doing Playing Preschool 2. If you saw my last video, you would know that we did Playing Preschool 1, although we did not follow it like unit by unit, activity by activity. But it was a good way for us just to have a theme. You know, the kids are really excited, like, what's our theme today? What's our poem? What's our song? And that was really fun. And then it was just like a great way for them to get excited about school. So we're gonna do that and we will continue to see how it goes. I think it will be fun. Again, we're loosely following it, but Playing Preschool. So let's shove this big binder in here because this thing is huge. Okay, let me see if I can find some more things for my preschooler. I can like open some of this stuff. So you guys are gonna be doing this with me. I saw this on a YouTube video of a mom talking about it and I thought it looked really fun. ABC, Hear and Do. I got both books. So this is level 1, uppercase letters, and this is level 2. I want to do this with him because again, he does not know his letters and his letter sounds. So like cat, and it gives you a movement to put with that sound and that letter. Ant, throw your hands in the air like you're scared. Ah! So like a, ah! The movement and the sound just kind of helps put it together in their brain to remember. I thought that was just so cute. And then also lowercase letters. The big thing of this will be obviously like the sound and the action, but then also having them say the sound and the action while looking at the letters so they can also put it in their brain of like, oh, this is what A looks like, and it says this, and here's the movement. I feel like I need to organize this better in the sense of like language up here, math down here or whatever, but the problem is this is where all the big stuff fits. So I'm trying to figure that out. That's kind of the main thing that I have for my preschooler. So let's dive into some kindergarten stuff and then we'll go into the family study stuff. For language arts, this is the first year that we're going to be doing language arts handwriting officially, or like a curriculum with my daughter. We've been doing the Love Every reading kits and toddlers can read with her and decodable books, which have been really fun, but I'm excited to dive in a curriculum. So I got the language arts through The Good and the Beautiful, level K. I also was really struggling on trying to figure out what level she is because she can't read decently well, but again, we weren't focusing on little things like writing on lines or spacing, or she definitely forgets things. So I think it'll be good to officially dive into kindergarten because I think there's some things that she doesn't know. Some things could come quick and easy, but we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe it's actually perfect for her. But I just love how colorful The Good and the Beautiful is. I haven't used it before, but I have heard good things. I just like how it's really welcoming because it's so colorful and it tells you what to do. As far as I know, it's an open and go curriculum, but correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm not wrong because I need an open and go curriculum. So that's the teacher's guide. And oh no, that I guess is the course book. Okay. And then a handwriting book, which is also level 1. So same thing. Some of it, you know, could be a little bit easy in the sense of she knows how to write her letters and her shapes and things like that. So it could be starting a little easy, but I think that it will be good to, again, really solidify this is the size of the letters when you're writing it, and then eventually the spacing between words. So I am really excited about that. So we're gonna have a handwriting book through Good and Beautiful and kindergarten language arts and phonics. More language arts handwriting stuff. I've heard a lot of good things about Explode the Code, so I also got that. So really working on our handwriting. From what I've heard, you can just kind of pull out throughout the day. So I work from home and I don't have childcare, so there's a lot of times when my children need to entertain themselves, or I'm on my laptop and I give them something to do nearby. This could be an example of that. Hey, do you want to do a worksheet? She finds that fun. I hope she always does. You know, that may not last, but this will be great. And then lastly, for more handwriting, She had a great time with the Handwriting Without Tears, the prep for kindergarten or whatever it is. So now we're doing the letters and numbers, and she has already started this a little bit. And actually this kind of counts as language arts. So this is rounding out our language arts. This is just a blank lined notebook. I saw a video of someone talking about this, but just the importance of journaling, and you can start that at such a young age. And I think that this is a great way for her to practice writing on the lines correctly, drawing pictures, writing stories, getting creative and imaginative, and I think she's really gonna enjoy having this. Now on to math, we have our Math with Confidence first grade math, which is insane, and the Math with Confidence first grade workbook. This is definitely thicker than the kindergarten workbook. I love how it's just so colorful. Look at this. Homeschool moms, tell me if this ever changes, but it's weird looking through your kids' school books, like going to the end and seeing what they're gonna end up learning in like a year, and it just blows my mind. I'm just like, she's gonna know that? They learn so much. And it's weird to think as a homeschool parent, wow, I taught them that. I was the one who helped them learn that. Anyway, tangent. But Math with Confidence, first grade. Throw these big books in here. So now we're gonna go over the stuff that I wanna do as kind of like a morning basket. So I had mentioned in my last video, if you watched part 1, I really want to continue with the morning menus or daily coloring sheets as like a low stress way of starting your day. So I'm gonna do that. But I also got these little manner cards. I thought they were super sweet. This is from mommountainstudio.com. So check her out if you are interested in them. But like the first one on here is respect. So I think we could do like a manner a week and focus on a manner. And it says, I shall respect through good manners and kindness, because we all can work on our manners, myself included. And then a word of the day, which quite frankly, I can probably use an adult word of the day, but this is obviously a kid one. It starts in January, so I guess we can start it and then go back to the beginning. But razzmatazz, that's January 1st. And then it tells them what it is, and it's colorful and fun. We'll probably start in July, like officially. But again, there's days where we do a lot of school, and then days where it's more chill, you know, then we make it up later if we need to. Obviously, we'll be doing it a little more structured this time because now my daughter's in kindergarten, but I work from home. I'm a working parent. We do the school in the morning before I start work because I don't start work till the afternoon, but also we might do a school on Saturday, or you know what I mean? If we don't get to it one of the weekdays, like we'll make it up on a Sunday. So word of the day, menus, coloring sheets, and manner cards are kind of what I'm thinking for our morning basket easing into the school day. Now, I'm really excited about some unit studies that we're doing family style. I wish I knew like what this packet was called. I'll insert like a little title, but this first book, for example, is Cool Down and Work Through Anger. Know and follow the rules. Listen and learn. There's so much to learn about the world. So these are just like stories, but they focus on different manners and life skills. I think that one of the common misconceptions about homeschool kids versus kids that go to school is they need to learn how to listen and take directions, and I'd be lying if I said that I didn't get sucked into that mindset sometime when my children obviously don't listen to me sometimes, and then they're in a classroom setting and I'm worried that, hey, would they listen better in dance class if they were in a school and they had to listen to a teacher and they were learning that skill. But I know that all those things, you know, can be taught in different ways, and I think this will help. But I also know that they're children. They're learning and they're growing, and I'm trying not to get in my head about things that are common misconceptions about homeschool, if that makes sense. But it actually isn't really unit study. That kind of goes into the morning basket. But now for unit study. So I got 3 different unit studies. I think they all are assigned actually. Me and my place in space, me on the map, and then me and my amazing body. I think it's aimed more for kindergarten/elementary school, but I think it'll be great to have my younger kid learn about these topics. Even if he can't do all the activities or doesn't fully grasp it, he's still learning information by being around it. I think we're going to start with Me on the Map. This is one of the books that they had recommended getting, but I'm really excited for all these topics. My daughter's really into space, so I think she'll really love the space one too. I'm really trying to get out of my own comfort zone when it comes to homeschool and teaching my kids, and this is kind of me stepping outside of that, is getting a science curriculum and having to quote unquote do more things than just open and go. And if I remember correctly, it incorporates a lot of books and activities and things like that, so I think it will be fun. Yeah, there's like a book list, discussion questions, activities, and that's kind of it for our curriculum. I also shared my homeschool planner that I got that I'm really excited about. This is Erin Condren. I have not even dived into it yet. I think the next big thing for me is going to be sitting down, looking at everything, and putting it in here year and kind of making a plan. I think it's really easy for me to feel kind of overwhelmed and a little bit of imposter syndrome. It just creeps in, and I need to remember that everyone's trying their best, and my kids are learning and we're doing the best we can, and it's gonna be fine. I hope that this helps you, and stay tuned. I'll definitely keep updating on how everything is working for us throughout the year, not just like an end of the year check-in, but after the first quarter or whatever it is. I want to make sure to be really open about is keeping an open mind. If something isn't working, it's okay to switch and do something different, and that's okay. But I'm so excited to continue to be a part of this homeschooling community, and if you are new to homeschooling, let me know, because I'm right there with you. Or if you're not, I'd love some advice, or if anybody has any questions, I'd love to help, as much as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you are subscribed if you want to see more on this journey. Thank you so much for watching.